bear with me.
This meeting is being recorded.
Fair enough.
There we go. So right guys, tonight I'm going to try some detached body patterns. And the first one, if if you guys mute yourselves, and then if you've got a question to ask, unmute yourselves, ask the question, then mute yourselves again. That'll stop all the feedback in the background. So the first one I'm going to tie is my little lumpy bloodworm. It's a flexi-floss bloodworm, basically. I'll get the materials out so I can show you what they are. Who's making all that noise?
Hello. Hello. My name's Jewel. I'm going to do one of your nurses today. All right, Jewel. How are you doing? I'm doing great.
There we go.
1 second.
There we go. I sorted that. So I'm using oh, it'd help if I put the bloody camera on, wouldn't it? Let's swap cameras. There we go. So I'm using a grub hook, and it's a size 10. I'm using fire orange uni thread. And I'll show you the other materials as I catch them on. But basically, can you all see that okay? Or does it need to be more central? How's that? Yeah. So catch your thread on. Do about 2 or 3 turns. Get rid of your waste. And your flexi-floss. But little trick I've got, you can either do it with your fingers, like twist it like that and keep twisting it. And then let go so it springs back on itself. Like that. Can you see that? Yeah? Or use your hackle pliers. Give it a spin. And you get a nice, neat little body this way. Wrap it over your finger. Catch the end. There you go. And you end up with a little thing like that. So catch it on top of your hook shank. Now some of you guys have seen this before, but some of you wouldn't have. It's a crappy little pattern, and it's taught me roxer fish. Get rid of your waste. The next bit of material is fire red marabou. Take about 1 inch. Now I remember Gavin telling us you can actually measure your thumb, the first quadrant of your thumb, that's 1.5 inches. So you can measure up by put it against it, and then just tear it off. Put your finger with the thumb, give it a little roll, and then you can get rid of the rubbish on the end. Offer it up to the hook shank, pinch and loop, and then tie it in. Handy little tip to stop it from going round the hook shank is if you put a little turn underneath and another one. That should stop it from wrapping around the hook shank when you're fishing it. So build your body up. Like so. And then whip finish it. So 1, 2, 3. Your needle. Take the strain. Pull it down. You can do the same again in front of the flexi-floss extended body. It just picks it up a little bit. There we go. And then remove your waist, your tying thread. Now, your marabou, instead of cutting it with your scissors, pinch it and tear it off with your fingers. Everybody see that, yeah? And then this little bit of flexi at the front. Now I do a few of these, and what I do on the body, I varnish that body, and the else coming in. And then the last little piece of the jigsaw, unwind your flexi floss, so you split it. Put your finger in the loop, and then get a little bit of shoelace. You know, when you get an old pair of shoes you chuck out, you're left with the shoelaces. Well, if you unwind them all, you'll end up with this sort of stuff. Flip it in. And spin it. It's a bit too long that part. There we go. And then at the top end here, if you left it as it is, that would the breathers would come loose. So get a little tiny bit of super glue. I use gel, and then a little tiny tad this there. You're holding the breathers with your fingers, so it's not going to bleed into the shoelace. And then wet your finger and thumb, and just give it a little roll. And that's it. Virtually finished. Snip it off. Fluff it up a little bit. And there's your lumpy bloodworm. Just stick it on there for you. Anybody got any questions about that? No?
What hook was it, Derek?
Say again?
What hook is it?
So a size 10 grub hook, Adam.
Yeah, no, what make?
Camazan. It's a B100. It's the light wire hook.
Okay, yeah.
If you wanted to get down a bit quicker, use a B110, the heavier wire. But this little fly has caught me loads of fish. So that's your first one done. Now, continuing the theme, I'll just chuck all this lot back in the bag so it's not all over the place. Bear with me while I chuck it all back. One side. So the next one we're going to do, I fished years ago. I fished a place up by Shrewsbury called Cound or Cound. Charles used to live up there, and there was a little fishery there. And when I killed the fish and spooned it, I found there were some little leeches in it, and this is a representation of that little leech.
Cound isn't a trout water now, Derek.
No, it's gone over the course. It went to course about 20 years ago.
Well, Prince Albert have got it.
Are they?
Yeah,
Oh, tidy.
yeah.
So once again, this is a grub hook, but this is on the size 14. Put that thread to one side. If you want black thread for this. You only want catch it on the bit of the eye, 3 or 4 turns, take your waist off. Now these are quite simple to tie when you get into the swing of it. Flexi-floss, spin it. And then wrap it over your finger, catch the other end, let go, and you've got this little extended body again. Does it look okay? Yeah, we'll do all that in a minute. So, pinch and loop again on top of the hook shank. Couple of turns. Leave it where it is. Take off your waist. Reattach your flexi-floss into your aqua pliers and spin it again. Now these are only little tiny things. These are long and thin. Now I'm going to swap fingers. Catch it in reverse on top of your hook shank. And once again, remove your waist. A little bit more. You pull it tight and cut it, it'll just spring back into the little place where it was. Now once again, with the flexi-floss, if you unfurl it, you can get your needle into place. So you can open it up, put your finger in, a little bit of shoelace again. Now you need 2 of these, one for the top and one for the bottom. Hold it in. Yeah. And once again, a little tiny touch of super glue in the bottom of them. I'm not going to bother doing that because you can see what I'm doing. A little tiny touch of super glue, just in that there, and then you can cut the weavers. And then the same on the bottom half. Turn my outside coming back. Open it up. Put your finger in. Put your so unwind it and then wind it back up. You get that lovely body. Once your thread. And then do your whip finish. And these little leeches that I spooned out of the fish, they were about an inch and a half, which is about the length of your finger or whatever, isn't it? That's the little Cound Leech. Nice simple fly, isn't it? Everybody happy with that one?
Yes, keep
How do
going.
you fish that?
Keep going.
How do you fish that?
On a floating line, chuck it out with an indicator and just let the wind bring it round. And what will happen? It'll sit whatever length your leader is. So if it's like 3 foot, the fish about 3 foot down, you want your indicator on the edge of your fly line with a 3 foot piece of mono attached to your fly, and it'll sit 3 foot under the water. And as the wind puts waves on, the fly will go up and down in the water, and it's got that lovely movement. Oh, it's got a lovely movement. So because it's flexi-floss, you can do these out of thread as well. But that, see the movement on it just by tapping it. That's the Cound Leech or Cound Leech. Stick all this lot right. Now the next little pattern, I was fishing Clewedog, and I got my ticket from the lodge, and in the eaves where the roof comes down, they got the post sticking up. There was a cobweb in there, and this little fly was in that cobweb, a little midge, little black midge. So this one is tied on the size 16. So stick it in the vise. Yeah. Hiya Tim, I'm on a Zoom meeting at the minute, mate.
I hope you don't think, it's alright, I hope you don't think I couldn't do the Thursday at the WhatsApp. I meant tonight, that's all it was.
Yeah, I'm doing it myself tonight, Tim.
Oh, alright, sorry mate, alright then.
Jump in and join us.
Okay, I'll speak to you in a bit.
Alright, bud. This is a lovely little pattern, this is. Now for this, once again, catch on your tying thread. Three or four turns. Take off your weight. Should have tipped everything out onto the desk here, shouldn't I? Let's see close to that. Get the CBC in a minute. No, I want to do that now because that needs to go on. And you want 3 plumes of CBC. Rest it on your finger. The next one on. Rest it on your finger. Next one. Rest it on your finger. You've got 3 plumes of CDC there. You can put more on if you want. Put 4 or 5, and as you pull the fly, if it goes under the water, it'll pop back up again. Now leave a little bit of space, only a little bit up the eye. You take it down a little tiny bit, catch on your CDC. Top it up and trim your waist. Your wing is Antron body wool or Semperfi, what do they call it? What's it? Antron fibres. That one should be about the same length as your wing. So
Floating, yeah, Derek.
say again, Tony.
Floating on.
Yeah, floating. So pinch and loop. And there's your second wing. So you've got two wings to this.
Same as Xenon, is it?
Yeah, Xenon, nylon, Semperfi body yarn, different names for it, same thing. And cut your Antron at a slight angle. And then you can follow your fingers down to cover it up. Once again, the old trick with the hackle pliers in the spin.
You could use different colours for that, couldn't you, Derek?
Yeah, but this little black midge was the one that was caught in cob-web. So what I did, I took a photograph of it, and then went back to the caravan and tied a few of them up. Now the body's not very long, so I've probably got a bit too much there. So tie it in reverse. Just get rid of that tag. Tie it in reverse. Because what you can do here, you can slide it to the length that you want it. It's way too long. So loose it off a bit and pull your waist. My hand's in the way. Can you see what I'm doing? Or
Yeah, let's see, Colin. Derek.
just pull it. There we go. And then trim your waist. Now you don't need breathers with this one because this is going to hang just under the film. There's your tail. Now you can either, at this stage, form a dubbing loop or split your tie-in thread. Needle. Just rest it on your finger. Draw the needle towards you. And you can split the thread. It's not gone all the way there, so let's try that again. I should have had a sight board here. I would have struggled without a sight board. So rest it on your finger and your needle. That'll do. We've got to be dubbing out first. Finish the dubbing. And this is squirrel dub, like a light tan colour. Put that down for a minute while I split the thread. That's better. Put your dubbing in. You just squeeze it out into a and give it a spin. A couple of turns. Couple in front. Not too much on that. Hold it all back. And leave it there. Take the string. Okay. And dubbing brush. Yeah, there are that then. But now, just brush all those fibres out. I haven't got my dubbing brush yet. You just go and grab my dubbing brush. I can't find it. It's on my desk somewhere, but what you do is brush all those fibres out. There's some at the back there a little bit too long, so just use your scissors to hold the flexi-floss out of the way. You won't be cutting that. But that little fly doesn't show up very well there, does it?
How long have you left them wings, Derek?
How long have I had what, Tony?
How long have you, what length are them wings?
That's about half an inch, just
All right.
just less than my thumbnail. They look quite long, don't they?
Everything on, when you're watching it on camera, it looks bigger and more than what it is.
Yeah, because this is a size 16. So there's my finger, look, or my
Yeah.
thumb, and that's 1.5 inches.
Excellent, Derek. Keep up the good work. Doing well.
Okay.
I'll keep talking to you so you don't get bored.
Yeah. But there's too much dubbing on there. That one's thinning out. So get your dubbing brush on it and brush it out. Now that'll sit like that in the water with the flexi-floss here dangling down, and that's only the wing's only about half an inch, if that. There's my thumb, look.
Yeah.
It's only about half an inch, but it looks massive on this, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, it does.
But that was the little midge that was in the cobwebs. Certainly, if you're going to Clewedog, certainly tie a few of them up.
Did he catch, Dick?
Say again?
Did he catch?
I think I had 15 that day. Put all the rubbish back in. The dummy back in. Now the next one is, this one's already on our website, this is. It's one that Dr. Dave Bradley showed us. Cracking little pattern. I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. It's Dr. Dave's Easy Time Mayfly. It's been inside the plastic sheet, so it's flattened down a bit. But these are on a size 10 barbless hook. I think, if I remember right, they grip hooks. Size 10 grip hook. Any fine light wire will do though. Let's see if that can hit that.
They're crazy sharp, then grip hooks, so Derek, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But they're strong hooks as well. So the thread again is black uni.
What's that bobbin you're using, Derek?
It's Stone Flow.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
You like it?
I think they're brill. Because this little piece of plastic here, to put the tension up, you just slide it down. Or to loosen it off, you just push it up.
Yeah.
Cracking things here. They're expensive, but they're worth the money.
How much are them then, Derek, do you reckon?
They're, I think, £19, something like that.
Are they?
But they're worth it. To catch your thread on, you don't need to go down too far. But halfway. Get rid of your thread. Get rid of that and everything else.
What hook's that, Derek?
It's a grip hook, size 10 grip hook.
Oh, right. Okay.
But the Osprey do them in a VH211 or the Fulling Mill 505. But any dry fly, light wire dry fly hook you want. And the next extended, because we're doing extended bodies today. Get yourself some chenille. These are ones I got white chenille and dyed it in like a tan, and then you burn the end of it. Burn the end of it with your cigarette lighter. I haven't gone down far enough there, so come down a bit further. So it's about halfway. It's in line with the point basically. So your extended body is about the length of the hook. Stop fingers. Pinch the loop. One little turn underneath, pick it up, and then come up the body in open turns. I've already cut these to length already, so perhaps it would have been easier to leave them long and then cut them off. Not to worry. When I do pinch and loop, it will follow itself up. There we go, and then back down again. Now your hackle is a normal grizzle hackle. It's a bit too long. There we go. take all the waste off the rachis. You tie this on the side of the hook, you know, towards you. What I've done, I've taken a few fibres off the hackle that I'm going to wind. There. It with your stalk. No, I don't need to bother putting it in a hackle pliers because it's quite a nice long grizzle hackle. If you break the back of it, put your finger and thumb, fold everything back. So you're breaking it away from. See what I've done there? And then hold on to this end while you fold it. Hold it again. Hold it again. Hold it again. And just keep doing that till you get up to the eye. Oh. So do I, I'm gonna let go. Yes, love. Yes. No, I'll bring you here now in a minute, love. There we go. Flip it over. One in front, okay. One behind. And fold everything back. Just leave it alone, love, please. Okay. Leave it alone. David. Get out of the way, I'm Mom. Take your feather off. Hold your thread out of the way and trim it underneath. Because this is going to sit in the film. The last bit is the cartridge. You can see I've already prepared these. And you catch it in, fold everything back.
I have a good supply of those. There's 14 of them right underneath my window right now.
Well, hackle pliers.
No, feathers.
Oh, that's the cartridge.
Hungarian partridge.
Yeah. Do you use Hungarian partridge or English partridge, Colin?
Hungarian. And English, but Hungarian mostly. They're readily available.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, Eric.
You catch it in by its tip. Lift it all out the way. And advance to the eye. And then your hackle pliers. Now be careful with it with this. If you pull too much, you're going to pull it out. Once again, break the back of it, fold everything back, and then wind it. Fold it, and wind it. Now don't worry about the fibers that have come forward. Just take the thread over the top, and then front, behind. And you can fold all those fibers back again. Don't stab yourself with those points. Get the turns. Get that stalk. There you go. And once again, the wet finish. There you go. Move your tiny thread. And there's your finished fly.
Good. Do you not take the hackles off the bottom?
No, not on the partridge one. You only remove the hackles from the grizzle.
Yeah.
Because these front fibers, they'll pulse in the film.
Okay. Cheers.
Because I asked Dr. Dave the same question, and he said no, they're a representation of the legs. And it's a cracking mayfly pattern it is. And you can tie it in different colours. Was it yourself, Tony, mentioned that?
Yes, it was. It was me, yeah.
Tie it in olive, orange, yellow, sulphur yellow, all sorts of different colours. There you go. So the next one's another of Dr. Dave's patterns. I'll just chuck all this lot by first.
Play your cards right, Derek. We'll give you a regular spot on this.
It's awkward trying to do everything. It is, Tom, trying to let people in and mute people. If there's a noise in the background, you've got to find where they are and then mute them. I'm trying to do the tie-in at the same time. You notice the old now this little pattern, Britt has put something there. I couldn't quite see what it was.
Oh, I missed it.
The next pattern, this is Dr. Dave's semi-detached caddis. I could perhaps go a bit further like that. Is that any better?
All right.
Is that the same hook, Derek?
Yeah, but this is a size 12, the same, yeah. The other one was a size 10. So this one's a little tiny bit smaller. Put everything out on the table here, let's see what I'm doing. So once again, thread is black. Catch it on. If you hold your thread at 45 degrees, as you wind, you'll see it slide down. You get all your threads, winds in touching turns. Just keep tension on this bit of thread here. Look. Once again, about halfway down. Now, Dr. Dave uses a cinnamon, 2 mil cinnamon coloured chenille. But do exactly the same as you did with the last one. You'll burn the end. Offer it up. Tension loop. And then use it. That's going to be the too long. That's going to go over the eye. So facing out there. So as you advance up the towards the eye, tell out of focus. Back down again. Is that focusing on my shirt?
I think it's Can you get the camera a little bit higher so the hook goes central? I think that might be your problem. That's better. Right there, Derek.
Yeah, that's better. Right, so your next bit is the thorax, and that's natural squirrel dubbing again, similar to the other fly. But you need a bit of dubbing here so that it holds the wing up in place. So dub it on. And with your dubbing, always wind in the one direction. Take it over. So there's your dub body. With that fibre on the top. There we go. Now your CDC, you want four CDC fibre plumes. Once again, rest them on your finger. One on top of the other. There we go. There's a natural curvature. See the natural curvature to the plumes? They go that way. So the tail, the wing is just slightly shorter than the tail. So offer it up. You should do that there. Into loop. How's that looking? Lovely. Over your waist. Now don't chuck don't chuck these waste fibres away. I've got a little box, a little round box, and I put these into the waste box, and then I strip all these fibres off, and it makes lovely dubbing. The fly we're doing next month, Ben Bangham's pig doglet.
What?
The pig doglet is using the CDC fibres mixed with number 19 Spectra blend. So it saves you wasting all your good feathers, you know, tearing down the dubbing. And the next bit, I'll get me dubbing out because it's going to go everywhere. We'll see if you can see that. If you get a bit of dubbing and then prep it, you can put it on your. I've got a little white sideboard underneath, so I can put my materials on the board. And once again, unwind it, rest it over your thumb. And here you can either do a split thread technique or a dubbing loop again. I find it easier to do with the split thread. And then you dub in, put it into your split thread. Rest on your finger and spin it. And fold your fibres back. I put a bit too much dubbing on there. Yeah, put too much dubbing on there. Hold it all back. And then you look finished. What I'll do, guys, I'll put a picture of these on the WhatsApp group tomorrow, and I found my dubbing brush. And all this one's picking out. Flush it out, pick it out. And then you remove your thread. Looks messy at the moment, but when you get your dubbing brush on it, it'll change the profile of it. There you go. That front needs there's way too much dubbing on there, so you just brush it out. Anybody got any questions with that? All happy?
Yeah.
Good. So I've tied you five patterns there. All of them have caught me fish. When Dr. Dave showed me these last two patterns, I straight out and tied a load up and used them. And Dr. Dave will tell you the same. They caught him a load of fish. So that's it for tonight, guys.
Thank you, Derek.
Yeah, thank you, Derek.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you very much, Derek.
Yeah, well
Cheers,
done,
Derek.
Derek. Thank you.
Anybody
Derek.
got any
Derek.
queries or questions before we go?
No?
You had a great show. You did very well.
Yeah.
Well done, Derek.
It's hard trying to run it all and do the tying at the same time.
It
Never mind,
didn't show at all.
we got there.
You need a director.
Very, very good.